Hello and welcome to Play with the D. This is the D, and we have drama in the realms.
And I have seen some videos recently.
I think this is something we should make a fuss about.
It's certainly a bit of community drama. I think we need transparency.
We're here to have a very serious conversation about very serious problems in the land of Taya. They have decided that they are going to take some very beloved heroes, very wanted heroes, very desirable blue men, and they're going to take them and they're going to make them inaccessible to you. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel warm inside? Does that make you feel like the game that you've enjoyed for the past 6 months is going to last for another 6 months?
Having a great time. I think it's a great game. Devs seem to still be heading in a pretty good direction. I hope that continues. We are, like I said, in the territory, in my experience anyway, of when things tend to start going downhill, if they're going to go downhill.
Because I don't know. And on the other side of it, I don't know if I really care. Was that bad? Is it bad that I don't care that maybe the rates changed? Sure, I have Boreas, but I don't have Silas. I gave an away account with Silas on it that also got Vierna and is still lucky as hell. So, Ragey, shout out to you, buddy. Yeah, I've got the Blue Band group. I love him. He's helped me progress through a lot, and he's going to help me progress through a lot more. And he's pissed off some people in Arena. What about it? Should you have him? Yes. Should they have changed the rates? No. Does that change whether or not I care? No.
Where they made them rarer. I don't care if they're rarer. Someone's like, oh, this is the definition of entitlement. You just want to get all the heroes and you want it to be easy. Not even close to true. I actually think they probably should be rare. I think we need transparency. That is what this has always been about when I've gone on and on and on for months about the rates.
Because objectively, once the rates are in, aside from locking them in for a rate up, I don't think that you should change them.
Game, and they just made, as I said, a very controversial decision to nerf the pull rates, the summon rates on some of the most powerful heroes inside the game.
So fundamentally, from the top down, I think it was a bad decision. Will they reverse it? I doubt it. Because I'm assuming that instead of going through and doing the right thing and perhaps making some adjustments to the grossly overpowered Silas and Boreas, especially Silas if you have Vierna, which would have been easier to swallow in my opinion. Because truthfully, without Fastidious and Seamus and crew going through and doing their due diligence and finding out what the rates are, we wouldn't have even known whether or not the rates had changed. Because they're not transparent in the individual rates per hero, and they're not transparent in the fact that there are individual rates per hero.
I think we need transparency. That is what this has always been about.
They are only transparent in the fact that a lord and a hero are different. But let's face it, people, not all heroes are made equally. And as a result of that, there are some problems. So you might have seen a video from Ash. You might have seen a video from Fastidious. You might have seen a video from other content creators saying that there are problems. Because there are. Because our game is reaching 6 months of age. And after 6 months is when things start to really, really change.
If they're going to go downhill?
You've got 2 quarters of profit earning reports.
Sought after champions, and they seem to be making them more difficult to obtain. Which the only reason I can imagine that would be the case is to make people feel compelled to spend money to get them. I hope that's not true.
And the past 2 quarters are going to show a lot of information about how much people are spending on the game.
Because that'll be a really bad sign of things to come. And most games over the years make it about this far, and all the money that they make screws them up and they just start worrying about making more instead of focusing on what got them the money in the first place. And again, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen here. So,
And from what I can tell, people really enjoy the game. They're kind of sticking it to Raid, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of money that would have went into Raid in December went into Watcher of Realms in December. So if they finished off the end of the year with a great quarter, and they've got yearly earnings that they can report and say, hey, look at the last 2 quarters of the year versus the first 2 quarters of the year when we launched this game, we're doing pretty well. And as a result of that, maybe we should keep this gravy train going. And so what happens is you end up with rate changes or banners that are bait, like the Elowen banner and the one before it. Which one was it? The Cetrum banner, honestly, was kind of bait because there were 2 other legendary heroes on that. One of the first banners with 3 legendaries. And that brings me to another point. The upcoming guaranteed summon has another legendary in the pool instead of another epic. So the Lust banner that has a 250 pool rate to get Lust also allows you to pull Arrogance from that. So the likelihood of pulling Lust earlier than 250 pools has now gone down. Now, their rate ups are very nice. Again, Fastidious did the due diligence and did a video recently about the true rates for Lust and Arrogance. Highly recommend checking it out. But it's another problematic turn in how things are going. If you've tuned into any of my videos recently, I've said to start saving your summons because summons are slowing down in terms of how many that we're getting, how many that are capable of being earned through the story mode because you've just about completed it, haven't you? And how many are coming through rewards. So as a result of that, it is now becoming extremely important to hold. Stonks only go up, but summons only go down. So as you use them, you lose them. Okay? Just saying. So how do you feel about things? How do you feel about the rate changes? How do you feel about some of these slippery slopes that Moonton is playing with? Also, keep in mind that the company is up for sale, I believe. So there are some things that could be changing with that as well. Now, not much, that's going to impact the daily player outside of possibly shutting the game down. So again, bonus to free-to-win players, am I right? But just be aware that, things are changing. There's some drama around the realms, and it's up to you to be informed on what's happening because the game, like I said, is not going through and informing the population of the true rates for drops. So, dang, I didn't place in the top 3. Ooh, that hurts. But, it's just proving that while they do listen, they don't listen to everything. And that's not cool, because that's going to continue to drive a rift through the player base, plausibly. And again, quite frankly, the game has a lot of great heroes in it, but it's got a lot of garbage heroes in it as well. And without some epics to balance that out, the longevity of this game is in danger. So, drama in Taya, we don't want to see it. We hate to see it. We'll definitely talk about it when it comes up because it's important to talk about. But overall, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the future of the game? I'm still optimistic. I still like a lot of the changes coming. The dev insights last week that Ivy got so excited about, one of the ideas was mine.
I'm so excited to read the end of this. So this person's talking about gear swapping, but being able to lock certain accessories so you can only swap a couple pieces and then see what the stats will be. And this is exactly what we wanted. This is one thing I wanted them to copy Raid Shadow Legends. Ready for it? Thank you for the suggestion. We will roll out a fitting room-like feature in the future to resolve this issue. Yes! I love that idea.
The gear swapping, locking accessories, locking items, that was me. So they do listen, and they do the do. And as a result of that, we get good things. But without doing the do and the do, we get bad things. We get rate changes.
They're on a poop streak. They're on a duty stain, if you will. They're doing a horrible job with a couple things right now behind the scenes.
Okay. So leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel. I am always open to talk about things. And, if you think 1+1s are bait, why don't you take a look at my new poll? Because I'm starting to think that they're bait. And I don't know that I want to pull on them anymore. All right, y'all. You have a good rest of your day, a good eve, a good... and as always, come on back and play with the D.